Hello everyone, my name is Hitushi Delika, and my part is Money, Food, and Entertainment of China. China. What do they do for entertainment? What kinds of exotic foods do they eat? And what is the value of their currency? There are many things the US and China have in common, and a lot of things that are different as well. One of the best ways to get to know someone socially, or for some sort of business meeting, is through eating. Eating together in China is a fantastic way to get to know someone and strengthen the relationship between two or more people. Eating is different because instead of a fork, they use chopsticks, as you see in this picture, instead of a fork. But they still do use spoons, but only for soup. The majority of Chinese meals are served with rice, as you see again in this picture. And fruits are usually served with dessert or just for dessert. I recall that slurping in the USA is considered as rude, but Chinese people see it as a compliment, meaning like their soup is good. And I got all this information from Culturegrams. And fun facts, all taken from travelchinaguide.com. A round dining table is more popular than a rectangular or square one, as many people who can be seated comfortably around it conveniently face one another. The guest of honor is always seated to the right of the host. The next in line will sit in his left. The guest should be seated after the host's invitation, and it is discourteous to seat guests at the place where the dishes are served. And the next one is dining may only begin once the host and all his guests are seated. The host should actively take care of all his guests, inviting them to enjoy their meals. On a typical Chinese dining table, there are always a cup, a bowl, on a small dish, together with chopsticks and spoons. Dishes are always presented in the center of a table. Apart from soup, all dishes should be eaten with chopsticks. The Chinese are particular about the use of chopsticks. There are many no-nos, such as twiddling with chopsticks, licking chopsticks, or use them to stir up the food. Gestures with them, or if you point with them, like at someone, it's considered very rude. Never, and also never stick your chopsticks in the middle of a rice, like in a rice bowl, just like that. As this is the way to sacrifice and is therefore considered to be bad. It's also rude to eat fast, so you want to keep the same pace as everyone else. A formal dining is always accompanied by tea, beer, or the one who sits close to the teapot or wine bottle should pour them for others, from the senior to the superior to the junior and inferior. When other people fill your cup or glass, you should express thanks. Guests cannot pour tea or wine themselves. A toast to others is a characteristic of Chinese dining. When all people are seated and all cups are filled, the host should toast others first, together with some simple prologue. To let the dining start, during dining, after seniors toast, you can toast anyone from superior to inferior at their convenience. When someone toasts you, you should immediately stop eating and drinking to accept the toast in response. Conventionally, if you're invited to a formal banquet, all the dishes should not be eaten up completely, or you will give the host the impression that he has not provided a good banquet and the food was insufficient. After dining, guests should leave once the host has left the table. Alright, the Chinese believe that foods had different meanings or symbols according to what kind they were, and you see on the left that is eggs and noodles. Eggs represent fertility. When a woman is pregnant in China, they throw a party and pass out hard-boiled eggs. The sex of the baby, if the sex of the baby is a girl, the number of eggs is even. If it is a boy, the number of eggs passed out is odd. Noodles. A lot of Asian cultures also believe in this, but noodles are represent long life. So when you make someone noodles for their birthday, you have to make sure that you do not cut the noodles. That is seen as bad luck, because the long noodles represent a long life. And fish. The word for fish is yu, and yu sounds like a word for riches. So if you eat fish, good fortune is coming to you in the years ahead. These are just the basic foods. There's more foods with a lot of meanings, like cake, duck, chicken, fruits, and seeds. As you can see, food has many different meanings in Chinese culture. Through the knowledge of different meanings and common etiquette, one can build a close relationship with someone else utilizing this information. You can't have food without having entertainment, though. Okay. There are many forms of entertainment in China. Similar to the US, things like soccer, basketball, swimming, and running are very popular. The only ones that differ from are ping pong or table tennis. In some Chinese movies, you see a bunch of people at the park moving slowly. This is the art of Tai Chi, as you see in this picture. It is a form of martial arts and also meditation. This eases the mind, and I got all this information from Culturegrams. Oh yeah, some of the things they also like doing in their free time is karaoke. And here's some pictures of ping pong and swimming. This is mahjong. It's a very popular thing in China. It's a form of gambling, and it's just a fun pastime. Basically, I believe you have to match a bunch of your tiles for you to win, and there's different things that you can match together. But other things they like to do is they like to go to tea cafes, gardening, nature walks, reading, and meditation. Now, when it comes to currency, the Chinese money is called yuan. As of March 11, 2014, $1 gets you 614 yuans. The following information is a list taken from numbios.com of things and their prices according to the Chinese yuan. Remember the exchange rate when I give out this information. Perspective. A typical meal costs 22 yuans. Milk is 12, almost 13 yuans. And if you live in a house, electric, heating, water, and garbage a month is 326. Rent for one bed is 2,122 to 3,731. And why the range is so big is depending where you live. If you live in a big city, then it's going to obviously cost more. The monthly income, which is just at the average, is 4,502 wons. And thank you for listening. Have a good day.